there's a whole trope of placemaking, as listeners may or may not know, which is the idea of like, how do you do very lightweight interventions to get more people into a space? AR should totally be part of that toolkit. And my friend Dan Latore has, done a lot of work around digital placemaking. So I think there's some really interesting sort of public-private, light pilot partnerships there, in the sense of designating certain areas, partnering with merchants, et cetera, to work there and figuring out like working with artists and developers on the various platforms to realize that, whether that's, just QR codes on the ground using snap filters, whether that's something more advanced using, Google's VPS or the Niantic VPS. It was interesting, by the way, like, it's good to see that Google had a whole raft of new announcements at Google I/O where they are still very involved in AR. They showed off prototype new glasses. It seems like they're going to get back into that. And they also announced, by the way, that like the city of Singapore, city-state of Singapore, has declared itself that it wants to be the first sort of augmented city, and they've got all sorts of stuff working with local businesses there to drive foot traffic as part of their tourism efforts. So yeah, so I think there's tons of interesting opportunities there, and to summarize there, like tourism is going to be a big one of them. Cultural heritage is obviously one. I think we know the use cases around this. It's just really designating a zone and trying to drive maybe critical mass in partnership with those entities.